Hello and welcome to Samela, What's Going On Now. Today I'm speaking with Pastor Paula Morris, and she is coming to you out there to ask for your input and your help on a project that she's working with. But first of all, I want her to tell us a little bit about herself and then to tell us about Ministry on the Move.
Okay. Hello, my name is Paula Morris, and I am a native of Lake City, and I've been in this area ever since birth. Um, I am, of course, a pastor. I'm a school board trustee here in Lake City. I'm a member of the community group that's bridging the gap through racism, denomination, and socialism. Also a member of the Circle Prayer Group here in Lake City. Where we gave out some Bibles for Action Bibles for homecoming, and we get ready to give out some more Bibles. And I'm just a community person. I love to take care of the community any way that I can.
Well, you've been doing a lot here in the area, and you've been here at Ministry on the Move doing a lot for a lot of people in a lot of different ways, as you said. Tell me about Ministry on the Move. Tell me about the church itself. What about the church?
Believe it or not, Ministry on the Move for Christ, God gave me this name ever since I was at Wesley, not knowing that one day I would be a pastor, not knowing that one day this is what I'll be doing. And in 2013 is when God called me out to plant this church. Ministry on the Move is just what its name is. We are a ministry that's on the move for Christ. We quite natural, everybody know about the feeding ministry that we do. We feed the community. We used to do it like once a month, but we don't do it once a month now, but we're still feeding the community. Ministry on the Move, along with community, the group, we did 149 meals on last Tuesday, pre-Thanksgiving meals. Every 2 weeks, Ministry on the Move for Christ take meals to sick and shut-in in Lake City, in Cades, and in Scranton. I'm taking out 100 plates every other Wednesday, and they have 2 hot meals. So if I'm taking out 100 plates, that means there's 50 people that we have on our list, and we don't give them sandwich. We give them hot meals every 2 weeks. When we can, we help people. Help people with their light bills when we can do it. We have put people in the motel, people who have become homeless. We try to help the homeless. At Christmas time, we have helped children at Christmas time with toys, with shoes. We do street ministry. We go out on the street and we minister to people about their souls. There is a lot that we do. One thing I want to say, Mr. Miller, we've been here going on 13 years. We've never had a program to raise money for Ministry on the Move for Christ. We've never had a hat program, no kind of program. But we have had service here where we have surprised. We did the breast cancer month, we used to do that, and in March, and women, and then what we would do, we would have a program for them, and all the offering would go to them. But
Okay.
we have never done any kind of fundraiser since we've been here as for the ministry.
Right, okay, okay. So now you're coming to the community to ask people for this time, for this particular project, which is a God-sent project of yours
Right.
that you are asking people to,
Right.
to sow into, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, all that you've done, Worthy Cause, you've helped a lot of people. I don't see why people wouldn't come out and, make a donation to the Worthy Cause, because not only what you're saying you're doing, I've seen you just out ministering to people. It's not always money
Right.
or things like that. I
Right.
see you are always out. You are on the move, and you are, like you say, you minister in Walmart. I've seen you minister wherever you at. You carry your ministry with you. What are your goals and aspirations for Ministry on the Move?
The goals and aspiration that I have for Ministry on the Move for Christ is, if you see behind me, this is the plan for the new church, the new building, and we call it Ministry on the Move for Christ Worship and Community Center. And this is the floor plan, and this is how the building will look. And when we have, the first time we've got from a contractor, got a quote, it was $769,000 to build this facility, but we know that we're gonna need much more than that because everything that needs to go inside the facility. Our goals for this new location is that we want to have after-school programs to help with Florence District 3. They're doing a great job, but just imagine a Christian environment that your children can come to. They can get a meal before they go home that evening, but also we can help them with their homework, help them with their social, teaching our children how to become whole. We also want to do other things. We got classrooms in here where we can do, like with Ministry on the Move for Christ, we have a nurse that's a member of this church we're gonna do great things health-wise. We have a person two people in here who know how to do taxes, and maybe, later on down the line, they can do free taxes to help people.
Yes.
There is so much vision that we have for this, but our main target is we're thinking about our young people in the community.
Yes.
We're thinking about our young people, how we can help our young people be more productive here in the community, and our seniors, and do more in this community.
Yes.
And the place where we're at now, we'll limit because we don't have the space to do it. The clothes closet, the food pantries, and yes.
Well, you just keep and this is not Ministry on the Move actually, but the kitchen part, will you be taking that along with you as you
Yes.
go? Oh, yes.
Most certainly.
Yes, okay.
Most certainly,
yes.
We still will be doing feeding.
Yes.
We still will be doing that, and we want to do that on a larger scale, because now we do have people that comes in that not a member of this church that helps me, like this Wednesday coming up, they comes in and help me prepare the meals and everything, and I go out and deliver the meals.
Okay. And you have not had anyone to actually sow into you for delivering meals as well, right, financially?
No, we've had like some of the people on the route give us a little donation, like that. But we have had people who will give donation that not receiving.
Yes.
That'll give donation to help us buy the meals and stuff.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, we've
yes,
had
okay.
that, yeah.
Because I would hate to think that you're doing all this goodness
Oh,
and
no,
greatness,
oh.
and we don't have some people,
yes.
that's sowing into the
Yeah,
ministry.
most certainly. We have people in this community who have been very gracious, sowing into our feeding ministry here at Ministry on the Move for Christ.
Okay, awesome. Now, how can one make a donation to this worthy cause? I mean, it's definitely a worthy cause, but how can they go about making a donation?
Wait, before I tell you how that you can make a donation, let me tell you that a few months ago, Miss Barr, I was worshiping the Lord at home, and one Saturday morning, we was doing the restaurant, and then my son called me up and he said, "Mama, we're not gonna work today." I said, "Great." So I stayed there and I was worshiping the Lord, and when I opened the Bible up, it went to Exodus 36, and this is where, I was telling God, speak to me, talk to me, but I wasn't talking about the ministry. But anyhow, when I opened up Exodus 36, when I opened up the Bible, and it was talking about when they told Moses to go tell the people that they need the material to build a sanctuary.
Right.
And when Moses went and told the people, they brought so much till they told Moses, "Tell them to stop. We got more than enough."
Wow.
And I saw God had already opened the people's heart that was going to do this.
Yes.
So this is why I'm coming before you, because if you don't know, and if I don't tell you, and your hearts are open to pour into this ministry, so this is why I'm today here with Ms. Barr, to reach those people who wants to sow into this ministry. You can sow into this ministry. You can send it to P.O. Box 425 in that Lake City, South Carolina 29560, or either you can cash out me at Paula, Morri, or either you can call me at 843-598-2236, and I will pick up the seed that you sow. There's a scripture that we live by that says that give and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over, shall men give into your bosom. And finally, I want to say, Ms. Barr, is that we know that God is not going to come down here and do it, but we know that God already have people's heart
Exactly.
to build this facility.
Yes, yes.
Because our vision is once it get built, we won't owe anybody, we won't owe nobody for it. It will belong to Ministry on the Move for Christ.
Awesome. Wonderful. I'll tell you what, it's a vision of yours, but it's also much needed for the Lake City area. I mean, it's much needed. I mean, we have churches, but they're not doing this.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's not this particular thing you see. And, you know, when you called me and we were talking about it, I was like, man, this is just so great. And we have not a lot of times because we ask not.
Because we ask not.
You know,
That's
and
right.
whether the reason is we ask not because of pride or whatever, because I've been down that lane, you know, where you're like, nah, I'm not going to ask nobody for nothing. But then,
Yes.
you know, like you said, if nobody knows,
Yes.
you know, you can't blame nobody for sowing into it.
That's
you know,
right.
you
So,
know.
you know, you have to let people know.
Yeah.
And so that's why we're here today, y'all.
Yeah.
And
So she has a vision, and all we're asking is that you sow into her vision. And you see the plans right back here. And I feel like this would be a great, I would say, I hate to say a Christmas dedication to yourself, but you know, it would be nice to know that, you know, for this Christmas, instead of purchasing something unnecessary, I'm sowing into something for the future kids. You know, and for a vision of a person that's here that donates a lot of her time to the community, that's here to help you. If you call her, she's going to come one way or another. She will be there to help you or to talk with you or to walk you through this. So she's given you 3 ways: post office box, phone number, and Cash App. You can go back and reverse this and look at it, and ways for you to make a donation. You can drop by. If you see her on the street, she'll accept it from you that way too.
right.
You know, so let's step out during this season and make a donation for this worthy cause. And one question I want to ask you: will the donations be tax deductible?
yes, we are 501c3 organization. We have a 501c3, so we have a tax exempt number that you can get if you need it for tax exempt. Yes.
Okay, so that's for you big people
Yes.
that wants to give us a large donation.
Yes.
She would be more than happy to give you that particular information.
Yes.
And that's another way of being a blessing to her as well as being a blessing to yourself. In closing, is there anything you'd like to leave them with?
I just like to leave you with this, is that I know a lot of time people think that they call them a storefront church, think that we just have something going and we're not structural. But I want to tell you, Ministry on the Move for Christ, we're under EFI out of Conway, EFI, that the conference out of Conway. Look up Evangelist Fellowship International. We have our bylaws, we have everything in place, 501c3. But the main thing to know is this right here, is that I know that God has called us at this time to be a ministry on the move for Christ. I told the church when we planted this church that we're not going to be like other churches in this community. We're going to set the example of what Christ do. He said, when you've done it to the least of them, you've done it to me. And so I say to you, I ask you that if God put it on your heart or have opened your heart, sow a seed into Ministries on the Move for Christ, and I promise you, it will be used for exactly what we say that we need it for. Thank you.
All right, let's make a donation. Call her, send her a letter in the box, stop her on the streets, Cash App her, and make this thing happen for her. And just know that what you do for others, God will make it happen for you. Thank you so very much for watching Samela What's Going On Now with Miss Paula Morris.